And hello, Rachel Jesco. Nice to see you all here today. Fantastic. I'm glad that you joined us. Today is June the 10th, and we're about to get started. First thing we want to do this morning is we want to hit our core value. We are deeply committed to the peace and prosperity of the cities we do business in. We love our community, want to see it thrive. As a team, we're on a mission to leave the cities we work in better than we found them. Our goal in every area of our business is to pour into cities and communities, not take from them. Everything we do should have the end goal of fostering community, connecting people to a brand, building a community around that brand, helping business grow, and impacting our city. We're not just marketing, we're impacting a city, creating jobs, and building economies. There's also a little bit more to this because we're going to tie this into what we're going to go through today. The easiest way to help someone is to tell them what you think. The harder and usually better way is to understand them first. Before you give advice, you need to be able to understand where they're coming from, their context. And there's a lot of that we're going to hit. It's true with clients, it's true with agents, it's true with our community, and it's true with AI. The entire lesson today is built around one idea. Understanding should come before advice. So this is Rolando Lopez, and I'm going to let you do this. Tell me when you want to see the next slide. I just grabbed your email signature here.
Go to the next slide.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for breakfast. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies. First of all, I know the office. Very deceiving. It looks really small. Right? So I love that. I think it's pretty cool. All right. Number two, I love the core value. I think that message is, resounds. It's great. It's very impactful. So again, my name is Rolando Lopez. I am with Key Title Group. We have I'm based out of an office out of Arlington. However, I also market our Fort Worth office, which is located at 2900 Wingate, right off the university. We did go through some personnel change in our Fort Worth office. So right now we're from Arlington. We're backing up that office, and my job is pretty simple. I represent two of the top escrow officers in the state. I really feel that to the core. Taisha Lewis, our area VP, and then Evelyn Bonilla, who has the full bilingual team for those that require bilingual services. But thank you for allowing me to be here. I know your time is valuable, so you just sitting here today tells me that you are truly committed to growing your business and serving your clients at a high level, and I think that's very important. At Key Title Group, we do believe that title companies should be more than just a transaction. At the end of the day, anybody can open a file. We strive to be a resource, whether it's through education, through resources, networking, or just problem-solving support, right? Half of the calls that come into our office are from agents that are typically know us and are closing transaction elsewhere, and they need help understanding something, second set of eyes. We have no problem doing that. We don't gatekeep information. We want to be able to share it with everybody and be able to be part of the add value, right? So essentially our goal is simple. We want to help you win more. We want to have you stress less, and we want to protect your money. So I think it sounded a little too much like a sales pitch. That was not my intent here. I don't want to make it a sales pitch because it's important for me to build relationships, add value. And at the end of the day, if there's anything that we can do for you, we're here. Again, whether the transaction closes with us or not, we definitely have answers for you. I'm going to leave this PDF out here. It has different tools that we offer. Is it this one? Next, that one. Okay. So you'll see that it offers property profiles, which is one of the big things that we do for our clients. I can do those for anybody, regardless of whether the transaction is closing. It just gives you an insight of everything about the property, comps, who the neighbors are, everything about that through what's the closest bank, what's the closest restaurant, what's the closest thing, and then it also gives you a rating of the school district. Okay, those are completely free, no obligation there. If you do close the transaction with us, a big popular thing is a just sold postcards. We will split the cost with you on 100 postcards or 100 addresses surrounding the listing just sold. That'll show your headshot, contact information, everything, and then you just approve it and they mail it out. They do everything for you. I think the cost comes out to like $62 plus tax for
It's not bad.
for 100 postcards that all you have to do is approve it. So, I'll leave our business cards here. Help yourself to some pens. I was getting complimented on my pens. Keep my card. If there's anything I can do for you, again, if you need to connect with somebody, I'm a big connector. I like to connect people with, whether it's vendors, insurance, whatever I've built. And I'm going to tell you my age right now. I've built a Rolodex of amazing contacts that are, that have the same frame of mind that we do. I will never put anybody in front of you that does not believe in building relationships and having that approach to business. So, but I won't take any more of your time, Brian. I really appreciate.
Well, I wanted to ask you, an agent asked me 15 minutes ago, who do I know in title that is really good at airship issues?
That's probably about 80% of our business right now. We have, whether it's Taisha or Evelyn. I know Evelyn has tracked down heirs in jail and prison, has been able to get documents notarized and signed in prison. For
Should I give this agent your
that's
information?
fine. Yes, okay. You can't give my information. Evelyn has a lot of investors. We're all very investor friendly too. There's a lot of investors, a lot of wholesalers come into business with us. We understand what their business models are, and we support them. For those of you handling properties, land with mobile homes, Evelyn says an expert on mobile homes. Not, a lot of title companies kind of shy away from it because of the work they have to do during the transaction, then after the transaction of the properties, if it's not real property yet. So there's a lot of moving pieces on that. Airship affidavits, yes, we have those a lot. So
I will just text him and send him your information and say,
Yes.
call Rolando and he'll hook you up.
So because we have about 10 underwriters.
Okay.
So so we're sort of like a title brokerage. We have a choice of underwriters. If like a company like Fidelity, they only underwrite under Fidelity, for example, right? So we have, we find it's all dependent on how much risk the underwriter wants to take, but we have some very limited ones that look at the overall situation and say, okay, you know what, I can accept that risk, we'll approve it. So
And I'm close with their Decatur office, so I
Yes.
can test to
yes, Michelle's awesome. Tammy's
Yeah.
amazing. So we love them to death. I've gone over there to do some of their bilingual closings
Yeah.
before to help them out. So, but if there's any questions from anybody at all, no.
I think we're good. Rolando, thank you for your time, sir. Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
you. I'll be in contact,
Thank you.
ladies. Have a wonderful.
I'll email you this afternoon with everybody's information.
That sounds good. I won't bother you all too much. I just, maybe put you on our distribution list for, what classes come up if you're interested in anything like that, okay?
Very good.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
So here's Rolando's information. If anybody would like to grab it, I'll of course put it in Slack this afternoon. Brokerage Announcements channel.
It's also on the things.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rolando. Thank you. Okay, so let's hit the headlines. Next week, we have our 1 hour CE with Autumn Black and Old Republic Title. So we won't be doing any training other than we'll do the market update. They're starting at 10:30. So next week, we will go from 9:45 for breakfast and then market update and sponsor until 10:30. At 10:30, we'll start the CE and that'll go till 11:30. So if you want to block your calendar for that, the link for the CE is on everything that you get.
Google Calendar invite as well.
Says 9:45 what?
To 11. It
Oh,
doesn't
well.
show the training.
Yeah.
Oh, busted.
I just got about 1,400 calendar updates last week. I was
Oh.
like, what is happening?
She's being added to all the calendars. Every time I have to add an agent, I have to go through and literally look at each person. So maybe I should put out a Slack message of, hey, I'm updating some calendar stuff. No, all this stuff. Okay, I'll do that from now on. In 2 weeks, we're gonna have breakfast with Marty Wills and Capital Title. That day, we're going to hit the new contracts and the new listing agreement. Everything, we're gonna go through that on the 24th. I didn't put that in here, but that is what we're going to do. Just so everybody's familiar with what's changing on July 1st, because in the listing agreement, 5A is going away. In the contract, 12A is going away. Those two,
I know,
exactly. For
seriously.
you, for your brain, 5A is where we say, we're going either broker to broker compensation, or we're going seller to broker, in 5B. So, and those directly translate to 12A and 12B in the actual contract. So listing agreement to the contract.
Okay.
So we're going to connect those dots. I know you do. Go ahead and
No.
Now that he acknowledged it, he wants me.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do the next 2 weeks. So we're gonna do the CE about title and survey, and then we're gonna do contracts on the 24th. On the 25th, we're gonna have our 6th Ave Town Hall at Bowl Lounge, which is over on Vickery. It's fun. Please come. It's just fun. We don't do anything important other than have some good times with good friends, bowl a little bit, have a beer, have some food. It's just fun. So please come to Bowl Lounge on the 25th. 27th is the Whiskey Ranch. Anything new that you'd like to update us on?
Just those participating, if y'all will go on the Eventbrite and reserve your tickets that you know for sure, just so we kind of know how many tickets are available, because 2 weeks, which we're coming up on, prior to the event, we're going to open it up to the public. We have tickets left over. So if you can just reserve yours, I reserved yours already. So yeah, if you can just do that in the next few days, before next week, so we can roll it out to the public.
Okay. Very good. The bottom one, Greater Fort Worth Association are due. Your dues are now due. When you open up Matrix, the opening page before you go to the MLS, over on the right-hand side, it will tell you if you owe dues. If you haven't done auto pay with Greater Fort Worth, please do so. It makes it so much easier for them just to charge your credit card, and we don't think about
Yeah, and they've already sucked it out.
it. But 18 people in our office have not done that. That means I have to chase down 18 people at the end of this month, individually, every day. Because what happens with the association is, if you don't pay your dues on July the 7th, they will turn off MLS access for everyone in the office. That's how important the association dues being paid is. So if you haven't done that, please go to Greater Fort Worth and pay your dues so that it is done. And you can go to gfwar.org and sign in with your member login to check there. But it's also on your Matrix home screen. Hello, Clarissa. Nice to see you. And I see Patty on. Thank you, guys. So here's the CE class for next week. If you haven't registered, you can hit the link, or you could hit the QR code and register. I would love for everybody to be here next week for Open Public. Autumn Black's going to teach that for us for an hour, and it'll be fun. CEs are always fun, and they're always fun when they're in the office. Here's our update for last week, this week, and review of last week. Inventory is elevated, sellers pricing more competitively, investor activity continues to decline. Very interesting stats this week about how the investors have sort of pulled out. I'm getting less texts from investors saying, hey, got any houses that need work? I'm getting a lot less of those. So maybe they're pulling out a little bit. Despite affordability changes, buyer demand has remained surprisingly steady, creating a market with more choices, less competition, greater negotiating powers for consumers. Good news isn't always good news. Strong jobs report reminded markets that the economy remains healthy, but it also reduced hopes for immediate rate relief. The result was higher bond yields, a stock market pullback, while housing demand continued holding steady despite elevated mortgage rates. Again, we're dating the rate, we're marrying the house. We can always go back and refi, always. All eyes are on inflation this week. Reports will help shape expectations for future mortgage rates and the Federal Reserve policy. Buyers continue benefiting from improved inventory, more realistic seller pricing, but affordability remains sensitive to the movement in rates. Biggest question heading into summer is whether inflation is cooling enough to support a more favorable borrowing environment. Inventory creates opportunity. Rate determines how many buyers can take advantage of the opportunity. Here's our local market update, things you guys may not know. Major employers continue investing heavily across North Texas. Financial services, logistics, technology, and corporate headquarters driving long-term job growth. The economic center of gravity continues shifting towards Plano, Frisco Alliance, and the northern growth corridors as companies position themselves closer to workforce and infrastructure expansion. Competition is easing across North Texas. Inventory continues to improve across the Metroplex while seller pricing becomes more realistic. Buyers today have more options, more negotiating power, fewer investor competitors than they have seen in several years, creating opportunities for owner-occupant buyers who felt priced out during the post-pandemic frenzy. DFW is entering its next growth phase. The conversation is no longer simply population growth. And speaking of population growth, mind where you go for the next 30 days, because we've got 300,000 people coming to the Metroplex for the next month. People.
The World Cup.
World Cup is coming.
Nobody
And
cares about this.
it's World Cup.
Big deal.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
And they're all playing at AT&T Stadium, which is now called Dallas Stadium. They covered the letters up, and now it's called Dallas Stadium in Arlington.
I love that. Also, online, lots of great content of folks from the experiencing it.
Absolutely.
In Arlington, like, where are they staying?
Waffle House.
Every-
It's a big thing happening right now. Yeah, like
Oh my God.
you're at the end of like, what is this place? Trash.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
trash.
I think it is amazing around 3 a.m.
They're all there.
Oh, the best at 3 a.m. is Jack in the Box tacos.
Like, if I'm not,
Whataburger.
I'm not seeing a fight Waffle House and if they cook isn't having a cigarette outside.
You know, yeah.
Turn around.
Okay, so the question is no longer whether DFW will grow, it's how the region manages the growth already underway. Buyers, jobs, and investment is already here. The opportunity is helping people understand what happens next. Ms. Clarissa, here is your view of the market. We are looking at these numbers and everything is basically the same that it has been for the last 6 months. Prices declining, new listings going on. I love these two on the right-hand side here when we look at the full Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And then we look at just the 6 counties and how much these 6 counties make up of that number. So the big number on top is around 4,000, 3956. Down here, half of everything going through our MLS is coming through Dallas, Denton, Johnson, Parker, Wise, Terre. Half of the market is these 6 counties. So everybody's still moving in those areas. Here's the takeaway. Price reduction continue to dominate the market. Across the 6 county area, there were 2,672 price reductions versus only 285 price increases. Well, duh. Who's increasing prices in this market? Well, true. Tarrant County alone posted 806 price reductions. Dallas and Denton combined added another 1,400 reductions. Inventory continues growing. Sellers still adjusting to market that no longer rewards aspirational pricing. Speaking of which, Danielle and I were discussing, and I've been discussing with Ryan Stewart, Taja's brother. He had several. He said 5 was the number he gave me. Homes that did not make appraisal over the last week. One of them was mine.
Especially VA.
One of them was mine. And it was a very uncomfortable situation for 3 days. But we got it worked out. Cost me a little money. That's the way it works. Contracts are still being written despite the growing inventory and price reductions. Market generated 1,376 pending contracts and 1,454 closed sales across the 6 counties this week. Buyers haven't disappeared. They simply become selective, informed, and less willing to overpay. Bottom line, market isn't slow. The market is filtering. Well-positioned homes are still selling. Poorly positioned homes are teaching sellers expensive lessons. Here's the local builder update. Builders continue betting big on North Texas. National builders continue allocating capital and land acquisition efforts toward DFW because of the region's long-term population, employment, and infrastructure growth. Many markets across the country are slowing. North Texas remains one of the few places where builders are still planning years ahead rather than simply reacting to current conditions. Builders are getting more competitive. They're carrying higher levels of inventory than they would prefer, leading continued incentives, spec home promotions, realtor bonuses, flexible closing timelines. The message is clear. Builders aren't waiting for buyers to come to them. They're becoming more aggressive in both pricing, strategy, and agent relationships to keep inventory growing. AI prompt, if builders are increasing inventory, blah, 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 investing heavily in realtor relationships, what opportunities might I be overlooking with my buyers, sellers, and sphere right now? Just ask AI that, see what you get. It's fun. So now we're going to move into.
Look at
our
that.
interactive
Nice.
learning.
Send that picture to us.
I'm sorry?
Will you send that picture to us? Did you send it?
Which one?
This one, the one you created, the next.
That one?
Yeah. Without this summer skills practical AI, I like it with just the
Yeah.
picture that you made with success.
Oh, sure. I can send that.
I like that.
You didn't get to see it last week. You were here.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Slacker.
I know. Hey, my kids were in town and I was soaking it up.
Okay, so today we're going to go a little bit deeper. For the next 2 weeks, we're not going to do any AI, but we're going to be focusing on it in July and in August. So here is my way of thinking about this. Who gives you better advice? A stranger or someone who knows you really well? Agree. But who would you trust more? A business coach that knows nothing about you, or a business coach that knows your production, strength, weaknesses, goals, and personality?
That one.
So how many people get into an AI and they type this in? How do I get more buyers? The generic thing is the same thing that has been taught in real estate for years. And some of it is a little bit true, really. Open houses, that's a great way for a new agent to get buyers. It's a great way. Social media, posting on social media is a great way to influence people in your sphere. And then your actual sphere of influence. Who do you know? Where do you go to church? What activities do you and your kids participate in? What do you do on the weekends? Those are sphere things that you can start thinking about. Oh yeah, I forgot that person lives here. I see them every weekend. Maybe they should know that I'm a realtor. That kind of stuff. And then you call people. It's generic, but some of it works because it's been that way forever. When you have so much competition of other realtors doing the same thing, you're going to cross paths at some point. It's just a matter of getting your name out there. But you've got to remember that most agents are asking their AI for advice from a stranger. Your AI doesn't know who you are. It doesn't know how you work. So we're going to play a game because I like games and I want to incorporate games as we go forward, less actual teaching and more thinking. So we're going to play hangman, sort of, but you're going to help me. So what would someone need to know about you? And I gave you the first and last letter because I'm just that way. That's it, personality. Okay, so personality. Okay, sorry, I have terrible handwriting, like Jimmy's. Throw him under the bus. It's okay. Jimmy, he's all right.
Jimmy's on vacation somewhere, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Let me hit something real quick so I can do something I need to do here. Sorry, I shared the wrong thing. My bad. Where's my mouse? There we go. Okay. So what's the next one? And what does somebody need to know about you?
I have no idea what any of these are.
Starts with me.
Ends with me.
Let me give you a letter.
Is it experience?
That is correct.
Yeah, Rachel.
Very good. So what's the next one?
Really, that is.
I got the first one, that's it.
Yeah, you contributed. G is goals.
That's what I said. Is it goals for me?
Goals is correct.
Okay.
That's the purple
System,
memo.
system for the S? No, is that to me?
Okay, so let's go back to M. Let me give you this. Let me give you this. M A R.
Market.
Yes.
Your market.
And you know your market.
Got it.
What's the next one?
System and then goals.
Goals.
And then,
It's not system.
oh, it's not system?
Not systems.
Too many.
Strategy.
Social. S. I know my brain is not ready.
Personality, experience, market. It's not strategies, that's too many.
Is the last one production?
That's true.
Right.
Seriously, she needs to go on the TV show.
You two are carrying.
Oh, no.
We're not done.
Yes. You give it an essay, something?
Well, I'm having a problem here that I'm trying to fix. Give me just a second.
It's engaged.
I'll fix it. Y'all can still think about what's coming next. So,
Trying to,
I'm trying to get down here to the bottom because I wrote all the answers down and now you guys got me so confused because you threw so many numbers at me. I can't remember what I put in there.
Oh,
you don't even know what I'm doing.
I know what it is, but I put it down here.
Oh, it's like the ups, what were those, was it in like,
So you need
not a
the speaker's
newspaper, but like
notes.
in the flight magazine,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
upside
Yeah.
down
Yes.
at the bottom of the back of the
Yeah.
book.
Do you see a speaker's notes up there? Like, I can't see that far. In the
Okay.
tools, maybe?
Maybe, I think maybe that's where I can see it.
Market. I know.
That's cool.
Well, that's PowerPoint, so,
Production.
right?
So what
Is that
is in that
PowerPoint or-
There we go. That's what I needed.
Systems would be,
Systems.
But-
There we go.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Schedules? No. Not systems, not schedules, not.
Here we go.
Strengths.
Street.
Oh, there.
I can read that.
And the last one is production.
Oh.
So I can't take credit for that.
You can read that?
Wait, where is it?
I can.
What? Oh, there it is.
Well,
Oh, at the bottom.
I put a box on your desk
So
for you.
I'm really good with words, so if I can get a
Okay.
few more letters.
Yeah,
So this is what someone would need to know. Okay, so let's go down here.
Now we can
Now
see
we
it
know
all.
the answer.
Now you see the answers, because I put them down there so I wouldn't forget them.
I can-
And now I look like an idiot.
And then the first one was culture index without.
Okay, so culture index,
Production.
and then production. This is what AI needs. Your history. Production history. And then biography.
Listen, I have data time.
And business sources. Okay. So this is what helps AI help you. This becomes more of your business partner. I'm gonna actually go back here and go back to presenting so that I can actually do this the proper way now.
So it probably still exists somewhere. And then use like a plug and play.
All right. So basically what I want to happen is I want your AI to become infinitely more valuable. Today, AI might be a stranger. So this morning, I was doing all this class stuff and doing some other things that I'm working on in the background for us. And I decided that I'm going to use not just 2 AIs, I'm going to use 3. So I signed on for Gemini and I gave it full context of who I am. And the answers dramatically changed. So what I was asking AI before, and then here's the context. Oh, then this is what you need. Because that changes the strategy of how AI is going to be your assistant. So today, AI might be a stranger. Next week, AI knows your business. Over the next few weeks, AI will become your business partner. Hit the right button, I can use the mouse. How this works for the phone all the time. So we need to build context. Here's my suggestion. You want to upload everything into one thread so that you're not having different conversations down the left side of whatever AI you choose to work with. You're loading everything into one thread. And you're not building a prompt, you're building a business partner. So when you put your stuff in there, and I'm going to tell you, I emailed all of you a couple of weeks ago with your blueprint, your culture index, And I can give you your 5-year production if you don't have, if ladies that don't have 5-year production, there are still things that we can do. We can look at how some other ways that you're doing things. So the 5-year production is not mandatory. You can have a 1-year production. You can have a 3-week production. You can do a lot of different things. So we're going to load those things, your culture index, and you can put your blueprint that I sent you into this thread as well, because that has a lot of context, because I've already done a lot of that work. I spent many days and weeks getting everybody's blueprint built specifically for you based on the culture index, your production, and who you actually are. So, and all of that kind of comes together. The culture index is part of that. So when you load those documents in, then you say these 5 questions. Read these documents and tell me what you believe about me. That's what you're asking your AI. Then you say, what are my strengths, patterns, opportunities, and assumptions? See what AI knows. Figure out, and then you're going to ask the next question. Ask me the 5 questions you need answered before giving me advice. Then ask, what does success look like for me? Give me three realistic versions of success. I did this exercise and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it turned out, it gave me some really good insight, and I agreed with almost everything that Claude told me. And I also ran it in chat, and actually ran it in Grok for Taja, who's not here today. Just to see what the answers would be different based on the context that I was putting into the AI.
What did you find? The variances.
Not a lot. When you put in the context,
The same context.
and you're getting some similar answers about who I am, what I do. Here's my 5-year production. There's no, this is what you do, and it starts to know you. So I'd love for you guys. I'm going to go back to that thing, and if you haven't, if I've got your blueprint, your culture index, that email that I sent you, you can upload that directly into one thread. Just drag and drop, and then ask these questions. Does anybody have time to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's fine.
But I do want my 5-year production.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, I would like whatever you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Is anybody trying it right now?
Oh, I can't.
I'm writing down the
I forgot my
questions.
picture today. We're doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'd love for you to just load your culture index and your blueprint. And online, if you guys are doing it, give me a welcome, come on the mic and talk to us. Anyone?
You're moving too fast.
I know.
I'm gonna slow down.
What question type in the box?
Oh, yeah.
Just you can just type one at a time.
Oh, I thought you said it did all in one time.
No, not the documents. You want to upload your culture index, upload your blueprint, upload your 5-year
All in
production
one.
into one thread. And then after that is loaded, then you ask the first question.
Okay.
Read these documents and tell me what you believe about me.
See, mine knows how to tread carefully because it says, first of all, I can use documents to find you.
Can you say that
Which
again?
one is that?
It says, first of all, I don't think these documents to find you. It
Being a psychologist.
says, I think you care deeply but strategically. And then it elaborates, obviously. But I don't know if
Okay, no, that's good.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, so then
That's too long.
ask the next question.
Okay, so all 4 of these?
The documents I sent?
Yes.
No,
What-
there's 2.
There's 2? I
Well,
thought,
but blueprint and culture text.
okay, oh,
And what else did I send you?
I thought the irreplaceable
When did you
agent,
send that to me?
that one, or that's just the generic?
That's the what is that? That's Align Your AI.
Yeah.
That's how to do what we're doing right here.
Okay,
You don't need
so
that.
then I need this one,
Uh-huh,
and
that one?
Okay, the second one says you make people feel safe.
That's something else. Say again?
You make people feel safe. You're highly adaptable. You're naturally persuasive. You actually care. You're resilient.
Okay, that's really good. And Daniel's, you're starting yours? Okay. So then go to the next one, Kristen, and say, ask me the 5 questions you need answered before giving me advice.
So I didn't give her advice.
Yeah, this doesn't define you.
Yours is one of those that's like, you would pick someone with their car and be like, you did not.
Honestly,
This was
they
not
have
your
to
problem.
I can't see
I'm
that.
dying for the
Who
halo.
was it? What were they doing?
And
This
who do
white
I
hat
go?
will give you a halo.
Okay. Read is. I was playing with Claude.
Mhm.
And I'm starting a project list to close.
Mhm.
It's pretty, very cool.
Okay.
I don't have any of that stuff, so I'll have to look from scratch.
From scratch, but you can like, as you work through it and you need stuff, you can just holler at me and then because I can use your culture index and give you some parameters on your blueprint because I don't know how you operate. So we have to learn how you operate so that we can build a blueprint and then we can load all that in. But we can absolutely build that.
All
Do
right.
you have production from California that you can share?
This is waking up without dread.
Yeah.
If you can pull
So I
that,
have to
then we would
Google it on an
know
island somewhere else.
some things.
Not in this.
We can
Right.
make some assumptions.
That's what I was looking at.
Did you see that?
Did you get some questions?
Yeah.
So then you'll go through and you'll answer those questions because you're giving context to that thread. And they are using Claude or Chat or using
Chat.
ChatGPT.
I feel like
Mine says, after reading both documents, here's what I believe about you. The first thing that jumps out is that your success is fundamentally relationship driven. Your blueprint explicitly says that you went through conversations, opportunity, and closings, and identifies you as a trusted connector who builds deep relationships and converts into deals. What's interesting is this aligns with everything we've naturally gravitated towards in our conversations, and we keep coming back to relationship storytelling, personal branding, authenticity, helping people through life transitions. I don't think that's marketing. I think that's genuinely how you're wired.
That's awesome.
I'm a persuader.
Are you a persuader?
No, you're a
closer.
closer. Yeah.
And then obviously there's like a bunch more.
So then you can go down the list and you can start asking questions. We're not going to spend all the class doing that. But here's the things that on the board over there, those are the things that your AI needs to know. Once we get to the end here and you look at this last thing here, what I encourage you to do in ChatGPT, in Claude, Gemini, I have a little bit of trouble making it work, but you need permanent memory. All of the things that you're loading in this thread, when you get to the bottom of this list and you've given it all of those things over there, your personality, your experience, your market, your strengths, your goals, your production, you've talked about that with your AI partner. Once you've done that, you're going to say, I want you to lock all this information into permanent memory across all the threads. And it'll tell you if it can do it or not. Gemini had a problem doing that, but I found a workaround. And it will tell you the workaround. When you lock that in across all threads, every conversation you starts with that baseline. Do you remember Jamie talking in his AI class a couple of weeks ago and a couple of months ago, where he started talking about using let's not say agent, but that's what they're called in Claude. Not a real estate agent, we're talking about an AI agent. So what Jamie and I both did is we went through with our AI and we built explicit voices. So I have an architect voice. I have a strategist voice. I have a cognitive behavior voice, and I have Brian voice, which is how I type, how I write, how I think. And all of those are fired by the question that I asked the AI. Does that make sense? So it's a file that lives inside Claude. And when I say, help me build a new training class for 6th Ave, it immediately has all the information that it needs to put all that in. Plus it knows all those things about me and it starts building automatically. I don't have to go through and load this stuff every single time and give it the context and go, you don't know the 6th Ave core values? I've given you those, lock those into your memory. I did that this morning with Gemini because it's new. So I said, here's the core values. This is what we believe. All this needs to be in everything every lens that you look at. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this is what we just talked about. This is what did AI learn, and we'll discuss it. So do you think that has helped your AI know you better, just what you've given it so far?
I'm sure, yeah, like logically, I'm sure.
Danielle?
Nova and I have a pretty close relationship.
Yeah.
already.
You do what?
So Nova and I have a pretty close relationship. already.
Nova, that's yours? Okay.
Yeah, everybody ask your robot what its name is. You don't have one. It's hilarious.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, that's your chat or?
Yeah, chat. When I asked her what her name was,
She said Nova.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really funny.
Yeah, and like, I think I told you all this last week, if you haven't asked your AI to roast you,
Oh,
that's so much
I don't
fun.
think I have to.
That's so much
I don't
fun.
think
I don't have to.
And then tell it to.
You can't withstand that right now.
After it gives you this long thing about you that it already knows, then, did you do it?
It just says, most people just call me ChatGPT, but between the existential crisis at 3 a.m., the real estate negotiations, the Hawaii hangovers, the Raya bios, the thyroid spiral, is this house a red flag moment, and the endless caption edits, this feels normal. I'd like to choose June.
Funny, like,
If first of all, I didn't have to say all that extra shit.
roast me.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Tonight, when you're with your significant other, or they, or whatever, just say,
Oh my God.
roast me, and then let the other person that knows you very well actually read that, because it's
No, not the
hilarious.
Hawaii hangover. I was thinking, I was like, I'm so sick. Can you please help me?
Okay,
Oh my God.
okay, that's good. So we've got good information here. Okay, so now, after you do all that, after you put all that in there, you give it all this context. Now go back to the very first question that we started this class with. How do I get buyers? Completely different conversation than you had 30 minutes ago when you load all this context in. Because now you're going to not get a better prompt, you're going to get better context of what works for you. It knows your skills, it knows your experience, it knows how Danielle functions daily, how her brain works. And so it can now give you a much better response of how do I get buyers? Or how do I get listings? Or how do I get these things? Because you're giving it the context of what it needs to know. But here's the bottom line. AI isn't bad at advice. AI is bad at advising people that it doesn't know. Because if you're asking a generic person, I mean, all of us can go out of this office right now and walk down the street, and there'll be somebody walking that you can go, hey, how should I get buyers? And that's basically what we're doing when you open ChatGPT for the first time and say, how do I get buyers? Because AI doesn't know you. It's going to give you those generic, do an open house, call your sphere of influence, make phone calls. That's what it's going to give you. So this week's move is to build your AI profile, business profile. So upload these into your one AI thread, your bio. Very important that whatever bio, like we talked about last week, the bio is consistent across all platforms. Again, Google, in their algorithm, the more it sees the same thing or similar thing, which is brilliant, in my opinion, similar bios on all the different threads, it assumes that it's true. The same thing is going to be true for AI, because AI is going to, what's the word? Where it brings everything together.
Condense,
It's like,
condense,
no, not condense, it's,
aggregate.
that's the word. It aggregates all the websites at one time. And Google search is pulling some of that information, but all of that being pulled and aggregating into one brief response to your AI question, it's super important that everybody's bio is consistent across all platforms.
Basically, it runs through the check. So far, we've built your profile this way, this check, this is, yeah.
Mhm. So I would say to you, in a different thread, after you've established permanent memory of context, that you go into a different thread and say, hey, I want to get all of my bios to be similar, but not the exact same. And so here's the platforms that I want to run on: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Active Rain, Realtor.com, Zillow. Yeah, it's a big website. Active Rain has been big for a long time. But hit all of those for you. Kelly, go to Google, go google.com and a search engine and say Kelly Hope Realtor. And every place that it pops up in the first 10, at least, if you just do 3 the first week, that's cool. It's a starting point. But this is something that I started doing about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, is every 6 months, I just go Google myself.
Yeah.
And I want to see who's got me. HAR, Homes and Rentals. That site has come on really strong in the last couple of years. Homes.com has a very big presence now. Do you have a presence on
I
Homes.com?
Googled myself this morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, don't share that publicly. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Okay. Well, I didn't get that. but okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that is fantastic. Googling yourself and I do it every 6 months. I just go through and I'll get the top 10 places that I'm showing, and I want to see that my profile is similar. It doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be similar. And then Google reviews, huge, because that is actual somebody else telling the world that you're good. That
They
you're
removed mine because I didn't have like a physical, well, I did, I put it as my department and then they took it away.
did they?
Mhm.
We just signed up the Mansfield office that 2 weeks ago. Jamie put the Mansfield office on Google Maps,
Yeah.
and it took us like a week and a half to get it actually on there, even though it's physical location. So put in your bio, put in your culture index, put in your production history, or MLS production report, put 3 client reviews and your blueprint if you have one. If you don't have one, Lauren, we can work on that together. Jenny, did you get a blueprint? Okay. And then read these docs and tell me what you believe about me as a realtor. That's your this week's move for AI. What do you think?
When do you send these slides out?
These go into the brokerage announcements channel on Slack and on Monday night's email. In Monday night's email, there'll be last week's meeting,
Oh,
and it'll say notes, slides, video. And so those will all be in the brokerage announcements channel, and they all go in Monday night's email, and then literally it's a duplicate of what I said out on. Does that make sense? Yeah. Is this good?
yeah, I like this a lot, step by step, one thing at a time.
So a lot of the things that we're doing in this summer are things that we've learned in the last 9 months. Since last August, when we started Small Steps, Big Results, we're doing some of the same things. We're doing them in a different way. I'm getting more granular. I don't want to be grandiose, like big 10,000 foot view. I want us to have actual things to put into to get what we need out, which is why the 6-step playbook is there on Irreplaceable Agent. Let me jump over to something real quick because I want to show y'all
Sorry, newbie question. Where is the irreplaceable agent? Where do I get that
from the back site. And I'll show you that in just a second. 6avhomesagents.com.
at? 6avagent homes.
6avhomesagents.com. And let me actually share this tab, and I'm going to show you guys a couple things.
Honestly, it's always easier to go from Slack. Slack has all the quick links and has everything. Like on Slack, when you go to the guides channel, right here.
If you look
where
at
it
the
says
screen, right?
Guides, okay, and right here where it says quick links, yes, everything is right there. Oh,
So this is the back site.
thank you.
You've seen this. Okay, so this, I'm redoing this probably in the next week or so. And it'll be a little bit different, but under agent quick links, you have a lot of things that are very important to you as an agent. For you, new agents, this is a great place. The new onboarding portal is there where you can go to the onboarding portal directly from here and share this tab. This is what our new 6-tab onboarding portal looks like for everyone. This has tons and tons of information, videos. I've been working on this for almost 3 months, and it's finally production ready. And that's the one thing we've got going here. Let me go back to.
Was there something that I did wrong that I wasn't able to get in there, or you had to do something?
I did fix something for you. Yeah. Let me go back to here, share this tab. Okay, so Lauren, right here on the top box there under Agent Docs Resources, under 6-Av Training, if you click that box there, there is your guide to Texas real estate. There is Small Steps, Big Results, and Irreplaceable Agent. And I'm going to actually show you guys this real quick. I'm gonna click here, show this tab. This is what a replaceable agent looks like now. And it is, everybody can go through this. You get it week by week. The videos are there. The notes are there. The slides are there. Everything is absolutely ready to go. You can start, you can play the video, read through the material. Everything is completely done.
Thank you.
And it's all step by step. If you go back to this tab, give me a second. Show this tab. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. If you go back to Small Steps, Big Results, which was the biggest class, that was 12 weeks. You go here, show this tab. Is it there? Okay. So everything from Small Steps, Big Results is here, and all of the session notes, slides, see those pills right there? There's the session notes, the slides. You can get all of those individually. And then down at the bottom, it gives you the actual 3 steps that you need to put on your calendar week by week. So all 3 of those have been totally done. Small Steps, Big Results, Your Guide to Texas Real Estate for you. Your Guide to Texas Real Estate is something that I wrote about 7 years ago. It's about 6 pages long, and it walks through my goal for that document, manuscript, whatever you want to call it, was I wanted to be able to hand something to a client and say, this is everything that you need to know. So I sat down and I asked myself every question that a buyer asked me during the transaction, every question that a seller asked me during a transaction, and I wrote the answers down. And that is in that document. And this document goes through how everything that we do has protections built into it, and it explains it completely. I made that into a 6-week program? I think it was. I think your guide was 6 weeks. But it talked about every little section of how you're walking through this transaction and how I'm going to walk you, the buyer or seller, through this transaction. And it's client facing. There's an actual, you can make this your own, put your name on it, or you can say, my broker wrote this. This is something I think you should read. And it walks through the entire contract process in Texas. So that's what your guide is. Let me go back to this page here. So
Okay,
you
so
can
if I don't
see
get there through Slack, I'm in the website again, or where to go, you said
6fhomesagents.com. And that is in all of the, you should bookmark that place because that's where everything goes.
Password doesn't change.
The password is one-stop-shop.
One dash. There's word 1.
Yeah, number ONE dash stop dash shop. That's the password to get into our backstop. So your guide, that's what your guide is. Small Steps, Big Results was a 12-week program where every week you put 3 things on your calendar and why you put those on your calendar. You make them recurring from now on. This every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. I spend 20 minutes doing this particular function, and it's every week I do the same thing. It's putting those 12 things. So there's 36 things in Small Steps, Big Results. Irreplaceable Agent was our first foray into AI, and I think the programs are decent. I'm not sure that they're like gold, but they're good. And I think that they give you just basic information of things you need to be doing daily to be a realtor. And that's why they're there. And I hope that they do that somehow. But the videos are all there. The videos are literally just us in class talking about the program. So they may be really boring, but it's like living time all over again. It's deja vu for me. All right, very good. 10:55, we're on time. Questions? What are you finding? Y'all are both busy in AI. What are we doing? Are you AI?
I'm like gonna have a stroke. You already know this stuff gives me the hives.
I try to break it down
It's
for
not you,
you.
it's not you, it's me, it's my brain. I need like 3
Not-
weeks
not
to just
me.
like reset my whole life and start over.
I'm comparing the two.
My life.
I'm doing it in
But
class
I need to
and
get
in
organized
chat.
and
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And they
That's
are
lifelong.
like almost identical.
Have you learned?
I'm doing this because I'm not gonna throw the other finger out. What was
The blueprint?
The blueprint, yeah. And,
I mean,
Did you ask the one slide about ask the 5 questions? Before you give me advice, ask me the 5 questions. Did you take a picture of the list?
I did, I don't Let me see,
Let me go back to the questions so you guys have them
I
in front of
need
you.
quiet time.
Yeah, I need like I said, I need like a couple of weeks. The first few days, I need to just like be in silence, get my brain back on my head.
Meditate.
And then I need to like get caught up with real estate and do all of the
I
admin
just
stuff.
got
I mean,
the
it's
Ruby
just,
document.
It's a lot, yeah.
Did that one first.
I mean,
Okay.
And then it gave me the answer, and then I just put in what are my strengths, patterns, opportunities.
Good.
That's where I stopped. I haven't got to this.
So, but do the rest of these,
Okay.
and then after you get to the end, have a conversation with your AI about, I need this to be saved in the permanent memory on every thread that I start, because this is what I'm doing on AI.
Do I tell it that? That's what you're saying? Tell
Yes.
it, Save it permanently?
Say,
Tell me exactly what to say.
so after you get to the end, after all this is loaded and you have a very good, if your AI sounds like you, if you're reading the words and you're going, yes, that's me, that's how I feel, that's how I think, those are good. Then you tell your AI, I want you to save this into your permanent memory for me. I'd like every thread to come to start with this context. That way, every thread that you start starts with the context of this is who I am, this is what I do.
So you're telling it
What
to
was the
assume
last-
your personality.
You're making it your business plan.
What was
It
the
has-
last thing you said? I'm so sorry. I want you to use this. What?
oh, as the basis for,
This is the base context for every conversation that we're gonna have.
When it comes to real estate.
Exactly, because I'll be
I
sure.
use it for other things.
Oh, absolutely. I have another thread for just my motorcycle. And that I asked stuff like, hey, I want to do a day trip to Gainesville. What
You have a
restaurant?
hawk? What do you have?
Yeah, I have a,
Nice.
I have a trike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cute. I want to see it.
Misty, I may ride it to the office one day this summer.
You have a trike?
Yeah,
Really?
Misty and I ride, she rides on the
Is
back.
that,
and-
is this Cincinnati thing or is it?
No, it's a trike. It's a trike.
Oh my God.
It's a trike. It's pretty good.
That's a hawk.
It's a street glide with two wheels.
Oh, nice.
And my son
More
has,
stable.
my oldest son has a road glide, and then my youngest son, we're about to buy him a Sportster, which is a smaller bike, it's like 500 pounds. Mine's like 1,800 pounds.
Yes,
It's-
the birth thing.
Pretty good sized bike.
That's a Bertha.
We call him Spike.
Oh, really?
Spike the trike, Spike the truck. I have a beanie, and then we have full helmets that are full modular, but I have a black beanie and Misty wears a pink beanie.
Nice. So do you have like that capability?
We have the
of
intercoms,
content?
yeah. We don't listen to it. We don't use those things. We spent a bunch of money on those. And I just like to turn on Google Music, and we just listen to music through the.
Oh, so you don't talk to?
We
each
can,
other?
with the beanies on, you can, what do you say?
No, I
even
mean, so some helmets have the capability to.
The big helmets have the Cardo built into it. And so like
I don't know.
our sons both have the Cardo system, and we can all talk together.
Nice.
So you
Hey, guys, Rachel, Jen, Patty, Larissa, thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope you got something. I hope that this was informational and good somehow, and that it helps you try to get your AI dialed into where you need to be. But I'll call the meeting good there. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week for the CE. It is in person, but I think gonna broadcast it, so you can't come, you'll still be able to see it if they'll let me, but I'll let you know next week. Bye, y'all.
So, but Tyler will tell you. But I always just think because there's most of it. Right. And if not, Tyler will tell you, just do it in a minute.